Ainslie, we got this one dead spot on last week, didn't we? A movement stop up, put it underneath something. Price pulled back, missed me by about $1 and took off again. We've held on to that long as we talked about doing on oil.
Yeah. Look, I mean, if you go to a daily chart, when I get to the daily chart, look, we had a bounce back off the resistance. So what? You should have expected that. Look at that price action. Yeah, it was pretty rugged back down through there. But it's exactly as we said it would be. It was just like, we're talking about this last Sunday, and it was like, well, okay, we expect it to move higher. It'll probably come and test this area up here. It did. Didn't expect it to go quite that low, but that's all right, no problem. It was also respecting this kind of area in here. If you look at this previous weekly pivot, came down, had a little look, and then she took back off again. The fundamentals that were happening there, our global supply is actually diminishing at the moment. So as that gets all mopped up and the US colonial pipelines back on track, apparently the company paid the ransom to the cyber stalkers. So that was interesting. So I guess to me, my way of thinking is they paid the ransom once. They'll probably pay it again. So stand by and wait for some kind of impact as that happens in the market as well. This big move down through here, there was a lot happening fundamentally. India was just spiraling out of control with 400,000 people in one day being tested with COVID, and they're just saying this is just not looking good. But by the same token, by the time we got to this end of the week, got to Thursday and Friday, we were starting to look at the US colonial pipeline being open again, and people not actually drilling holes into people's cars looking for gasoline, which is some of the reports I'd heard out of the US. They were just so desperate to fill up trucks and their petrol guzzlers over there. So yeah, we're back on track. It was nice to get it right. I still think we're going higher here. On oil, if you look at it on the weekly chart, it's all looking up. The only thing that we're going to have that interesting, probably slow down again, and now around this resistance level of what was it, 66, 65. So just be wary when oil comes back into that. But hey, gee, we've had a really interesting week, up, down, sideways, and back up again. So next week, I'm expecting it to continue to the upside as well, with caveats of watch these levels. And I sleep well at night, Shukri, as well, even though I'm leveraged. I'm good with that. Thanks.
We're similar.
Exactly. Okay, and that's
Cheers, Ainslie.
On oil. Thanks.
Thank you very much for that, Ainslie. Thanks for your time this Sunday. Hopefully next week we'll continue to bring us. I'm hoping to see you so smiley and bubbly again next week.